So, the captain hid a test in this mirror. A challenge it is then. I am ready.
Ah, Toya! When you hear this, you will have lost another captain. You were cooking for a different crew once. Perhaps you still yearn to do so. A dish for a jewel. A chance to close some old wounds. That'll be your test.
A dish for a duel. How did he know? Now the mirror shows me something. Wait, that's it. The festival. Oh, why haven't I thought of it before?
What is it, ship cook? Is this about your culinary ambition?
Set a course to Angla's grave at once. I have a new recipe in mind, and I need ingredients.
So your test is a simple cooking exercise?
Far from it. I must create a meal so sublime, it will coax a dead legend from the below. I will explain more later. Call me when Angla's grave is in sight. The fight begins.
My soul is...
Set a course, navigator. Angela's grave is in sight. What is our goal here, ship cook?
We are fortunate. Our venture here coincides with a year of the Angler Festival. Ah, can you smell it? The glowing marrow dripping from the bones. The eldritch meat growing on the ribs. For the residents, it is a feast. For us, it is the chance for an extraordinary dish.
We'll get you some meat then, aye?
You will assist me. Only I may touch the ingredients to assure success. I will need a cut of prime meat. I spot a suitable growth over there. I will slice the meat, then pick it up before it spoils on the ground. Use my power here. I also need a sample of oil from the angler's lantern.
And how will you get up there?
I won't have to. The locals always set up a cannon to pierce the lantern. It will already be aimed. We will take the shot, and the oil will land in the bucket in the lower jaw. Before all that, though, I will need to buy spices from a local merchant. I have two trusted suppliers. One usually lingers here, at the pier. The other has a stand at the fish market. Let's visit one of them, and then proceed to the meat and oil. Now come! We have culinary history to write! Choose our landing, Afia.
New inspiration! Fabulous!
Lagatta! Now to the merchants, and let no fire thrall stop us.
You seem to be at home in this place.
We visited here often, back when I sailed under Sam Bellamy.
Return.
Giant angler and its culinary plunder pulled us in like a tide. Though I never attempted something as ambitious as the prime stew.
And this dish of yours is going to conjure Sam Bellamy from the black depths.
That is the plan. Will it work? I guess we'll see.
Back to the sea!
The smell of haunted spice and condiments. We are in the right place.
My qualities are needed.
Another sunken soul.
Good snout.
Back to the seas.
It is I, the great von Pressfeld.
Well now.
Ready to serve. I'm going in. Skewer the heart. A good starter.
What did the ocean say to the pirate?
In a moment.
These don't make any sense.
A single strike. Move like water.
No mercy, Toya?
What's your procrastinator doing?
Let's preparing the ingredients.
Then I suggest you strike the meat of the accursed beast from your menu.
Strike with precision. Simple. A heavy customer. Another shot. I follow the plan.
Something.
Back again.
Please bother someone else.
You're dead brilliant.
What?
Hold on, my other! I will return your vigor once again.
Gone with the fishes.
Anyone hungry? In a moment.
Angler will know you all to the depths.
Can you hear the waves singing?
What?
A feast for my blade. Our objective is clear. Sufficiently raise with your legs.
If it isn't Toya of Iga, haven't seen your face since the war.
Ha! You speak like I still have a face.
Come look at me wares. Special stock. Angler be praised.
I've brought a long list. I have something special planned this time.
Oh, prime angler stew. Now there's a potent recipe. I can see the old fire in your eye holes, Toya. A dish for a jewel, eh?
Aye, one last time.
I'll supply you with the basics. And keep your gold. For old time's sake.
My thanks. I'll let you know how the stew turned out. And the fight.
Stop this nonsense!
You two got along rather well. There was that phrase again. A dish for a duel.
Aye, it was our pact. Me and Bellamy. For every dish I made, I got a duel in return.
You never told me this. Why would Bellamy agree to such a pact?
It was he who suggested it. Otherwise, I would have never joined his crew.
And what did you get out of it?
A chance at redemption. Now come. We have meat and oil to procure.
The tides obey no one. You picked the right bone.
Can't you feel it? Perhaps you need...
A pirate's delight. We have to try harder, Sir
It is I,
Reginald.
the great von Pressfeld. A ghostly pleasure. Like tasting wine. I can barely see through this mask.
Balanced to perfection. Very sensible, Marley. I can be anywhere. Victory is mine.
Back to the seas.
Gotta clean this place sometime.
Another sunken soul.
Let's try a heavy customer.
I much prefer such hassle.
I'm always Cut through the
Food for the turtles.
Toya, ready to serve. I'm going in. Another round?
Aye, or whatever it is they say.
Let's go, Sir Reginald.
Eyes on the prize, everybody.
Do you see the meat? Glistening with eldritch fluids. Remember, I have to cut it, then pick it up before it spoils. Tight, even with my power.
Let's do this once again.
Greatness personified. Let's change perspective. Smoking right. I'm unimpressed. Such dirtiness, less trouble for everyone. I presume that's so exhausting. Now, who'd be susceptible for a little
You picked the right
distraction?
hole.
Prepare for death.
Flame. That's quite hot.
The expected. Preparation is key.
Another sunken soul. I'll step on a shell or two.
My galley is the battlefield. A fine blend
the
of
sea.
memories. I follow the plan. Add some spice. The dish takes shape.
The tides obey no one.
Aye.
I'm here.
Mr. Mercury, at the ready.
Toya, ready.
Surely I can interest some... Ah, it's you again. Do you not remember me? We conducted our 311th Rite of Patrol.
The cut is made.
Time is moving fast.
The cut is spoiled. I must pick it up faster. A feast for my blade. Move with speed.
Well now.
Can you hear the waves singing?
The cut is made.
Oh?
Pure dead
The cut is
brilliant.
spoiled. I must pick it up faster. Simple. Nakama. In a moment. The cut. I have the prime cut. Ah, such potent smell and flavor. My cooking will unfold its true potential. Now for the lantern oil.
So what's the story with you and Bellamy? Why this strange pact?
You wish to hear of my shame. How I chose the Black Pearl over death. Very well. Over a century ago, I came to these waters with Kuro, my partner. Our orders were to kill one of the fabled dread captains and return with his head. For years we prepared and immersed ourselves in the culture of this strange world. Finally, we chose Bellamy as our target. We infiltrated his crew, magically disguised as skeletal ship cooks.
I've never heard this before. What happened next?
All in good time. Let us focus on the task at hand.
Let me remind you.
I'm going in.
You fight as vicious
Raise
as you
with
play
your
cards, Toya.
A recipe for further strategy.
Well now.
All in one motion. The heart, a heavy customer. Yokai!
What is that?
Hey!
Unleash.
Shadow Blade! I will be back. Move with speed.
What?
We may return here.
Such dirty business.
Preparation is key. I'm here.
A little souvenir.
Cut through the shadows. Add some spice.
Is that?
Move like water.
Better old than sorry.
Acolytes. They look up to me.
Let's go, Sir Reginald.
Who?
Nothing changed here, I see.
Balanced to perfection. The fight begins.
I like this one.
Silence. Anyone hungry?
I'm feeling blue.
suffer least. A good crushing, all in one motion.
Quick and efficient. Just as expected.
Slice and dice.
You picked the right bone.
Ready to serve.
Good slout. Inquisition. Dead and memorized.
Well now.
You're dead brilliant.
How to put this?
2 in 1. On my way. The trap is set.
Oh?
First, the bold claims, and then...
My qualities.
My power grows.
Let's
Smoking
try
right.
a new recipe.
we have here?
I prefer when you use your hands to prepare dinner, Toya. Lots of ambitions in this one.
I'm always prepared. A memory for the Mari's Hold.
Pitiful. Less trouble for everyone.
A feast for my blade. Sufficient.
Mr. Mercury, at the ready.
A good starter. A fine blend of memories. I follow the plan.
Whom will I taste this time? There's an unparalleled sense of self-importance here. Very inspiring.
The cannon is close. Fire it and a drop of oil will fall. My blade is ready.
Let me do what I hear there's
Quickly.
lots of different barbecue techniques in the lost Caribbean. Have you ever tried roasting chicken on the Maiden's Flame?
Simple.
Is that?
The Mali remembers.
Surely I can interest someone in a little
I cannot.
tale. Say, fellow Inquisition human, would you know where the nearest
Our strategy pays off.
located?
Now for the lantern oil.
You have yet to finish your tale, ship cook.
Aye. Kuro and I had infiltrated Bellamy's crew under the guise of ship cooks. We spent weeks gaining his trust, buying goodwill with our culinary expertise. Our plan was complicated and flawless. A worthy recipe for the death of Sam Bellamy. Alas, we underestimated the power of a dread captain. We ended up exposed, surrounded, 2 assassins at the mercy of the cursed crew.
About the time to strike a bargain, eh?
For a pirate, yes. For us, failure could... might only mean death.
Strange.
Clean this place up, time.
Maiden,
Well, no.
there shouldn't be.
That's not yet possible.
Should stay calm and face.
That's bone drenching. Aye!
Well done. The oil is ours.
A pirate
Now
still
we have both ingredients. Let us return to the Mali.
How did your story end, Shipcook?
There is not much more to tell. Kuro and I were at the mercy of Bellamy. Our assassination failed.
The turtle would
Regardless,
like that.
we had impressed him. He offered each of us a black pearl and a place in his crew. Kuro chose the way of the shinobi. I, on the other hand... Well, I am still here. That is my shame. My only chance at redemption was the pact I had made with Bellamy. A dish for a duel, so that one day I could finish our mission.
And yet, Sam Bellamy died at Madre Grande.
Aye. Redemption seemed impossible for the longest time. And yet, we will see. Now let us bring our plunder back to the Mali and start the cooking.
That won't be a challenge. I think we earned ourselves a few cups after that.
I have the ingredients, and let the cooking begin. The fight begins.
You called, Toya? How's the stew coming along?
Have a taste.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Aye, but not good enough.
Let me have another taste.
Hands off. I only have so many ingredients to work with. This dish must be fit to lure in the deadest of the dead. I must achieve perfection.
Well, I think you're on the right track.
Leave me to it, and set a course for Calamity Reef.
Ja? Wie Sie wünschen.
Do you have an animal that you prefer?
I wish. I think there should be...
What is it now, Pincus? Peter Nameless don't like the black moss?
No, they were happy about it, but had already used up most of my reserves. Do you think it possible to grow more of this?
Let's look. Sure, I can grow more of it, no problem. But I need a favor first.
They stood eye to eye, barely twitching. Would they come to an accord? Nobody knew.
I take that as a yes?
Please do. Yes.
Great. I've recently fixed up this skelly, and I need you to check if it's all there up in the old noggin.
What's the monkey up to?
Yeah,
So you want me to get into the mind of this skeleton here?
And follow a couple of instructions, yes.
Nothing I can't afford.
Great. Now move around a little bit.
Right away. I must say, Lady, it's quite endearing being part of your little experiments.
Aye, and there's more I need you to do. Lift that crate over there.
Lifting? Is that really necessary?
It's very important, Pincus.
Ah, things of importance. That is, of course, where I excel the most.
Now, how does that feel?
It is rather heavy.
Heavy? Ah. How would you describe the heaviness?
Sort of the straining kind.
All right, thank you. Carry it over there, please. It's, essential to my research.
Ah, essential, of course.
Good job, Pincus. Could you perceive the very essential experience you just went through?
I mean, considering its essentiality, it was, of course, quite marvelous, carrying that extraordinarily heavy crate around.
Great, thanks. Now, there's a couple of lamps I need to snuff out.
Lamps? Really? Isn't that something an actual skeleton could handle?
Nah, they only light the lamps. I want to see if they can smother a flame in case of emergency.
Ah, yes. Who never wants to be underprepared for such eventualities, of course. Now, how was that?
Huh?
The lamp. Didn't I douse it very gracefully?
Oh, yeah, you did.
You're sure you need me to repeat that?
Aye. Might seem stupid to you, but repetition is crucial in science.
Ah, I of course knew that myself. I just wanted to see if we were still on the same page.
Sure we are. Grand. Now, one last check. Your auditory functions. Ask old Gertrude how she's doing.
Oh, are you truly convinced that this is necessary? I mean, I can hear you quite clearly.
It rounds off the experiment. Wouldn't want to put all that work in jeopardy now, would we?
Well, no. Let's get to her then.
And remember, I need you to really listen to her.
Greetings, Gertrude. How are you doing today?
Ah, Teresa. Finally, somebody decent enough to ask this old figurehead how she's doing. Oh, I don't even know where to begin. 3 weeks ago, a turtle was nibbling on my rib cage, and nobody heeded my calls for help. Just because I don't feel it, it doesn't mean it isn't there, you know.
Definitely. You see, I have to...
And then these charlatans, Pete and the Nameless One, they send their little creatures over here teasing me, like I'm some kind of scarecrow. If I were a couple of centuries younger, they'd crumble at the thought of mocking me. And do you know how long I've been asking the Marley to sail backwards just once? She's not the one forever pounded by waves, is she?
Ah, all of that sounds horrible, Gertrude. I didn't know you were facing all these difficulties.
Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Getting all that off my chest already feels rather wonderful.
I'm glad I could help.
What can I do you for? Need
Burdens
something,
of
matey?
nobility.
Now, what are the results of the experiment?
3.53.
3.5. Is it possible, Lady, that you've just mocked me?
Oh, entirely possible, yes.
So talking to old Gertrude was part of that sham, too?
Somebody has to listen to her once in a while. Get some of that weight off her soul. Chin up, Pincus. You did a good deed today. Now hand over that tobacco and be patient.
You know, 6 chapters of my memoirs are entirely devoted to my patients already. I was actually considering whether...
And done. There.
That was quick. And that's twice as much as I had before. Would you be willing to describe this process in detail to me?
Really? Including all the big science words?
Especially them. My memoirs are desperately lacking a scientific perspective. And I don't know if that sort of thing interests you, but now that I've got that much tobacco, I'd happily share.
Yeah, why the hell not? I've been working all day. Here, gimme. Now I know why you wanted to get that back. Now, on to the process. First, I had to get the soul energy structure of what you gave me. Wasn't much left, so I had to pull a few tricks or it would have been a bust. And that's how I did it.
Astounding, really. How have we never talked about all this before?
You never asked.
It seems it's equally important to listen to you once in a while, then. You've given me much to write about. I'll have to withdraw to my study to put the finishing touches on this chapter. Thanks again, Lady.
See you around, Pincus. And don't forget that copy you promised me, autographed and all.
Don't worry. That request is already part of my memoirs. Smoking right. Good. My tobacco is getting... It's often at the end of my chapters when I have the strong urge to rewrite its title. As it turns out that no one day in the life of a pirate is like the other. On some days you may be robbed and swindled of your belongings. On others you'll possess a skeleton to collect moss with the texture of bird droppings. But on the best of them, you learn about the endless intricacies of soul energy structure and seed multiplication. And, most importantly, spend time with your astounding crewmates who make this adventure all the more exciting.
I'm feeling blue.
Quickly.
Set a course, navigator. We have arrived at Calamity Reef.
Good. I have perfected my dish just in time. Is the kitchen prepared?
Yes. I was able to slip it through, thanks to the energy sword.
I must go there and start the cooking. Let us see if my mastery will lure Sam Bellamy from beyond the grave. I suggest we choose a landing nearby.
I'm finished waiting.
Onward! The kitchen awaits.
D'accord.
Preparation is key.
Huh? You're a rare sight.
Our objective is clear. The Angler stew is boiling. Now we wait.
A strange place for a meal and a chat.
This is the site of a long-past battle. The souls of dead captains frequent this place. If my call is heard anywhere, it is here.
Who pulls Black Sam from his spectral travels with the promise of culinary plunder?
That would be me.
Toya, yes. Who else could it be? How fares corporeal life?
I have created a dish that could seduce the Reaper himself. A dish for a duel, Bellamy.
Ha ha ha! You drag me from the nether to duel a ghost.
One final time, Bellamy. I will be victorious.
Still clinging to the past, are ye? Very well. I accept your challenge. However, owed to my present state, we shall alter the rules a bit. Oh, to walk in flesh again. It has been so long. I have taken the body of the zealot, Toya. Bring me your stew. I will taste it once you have driven me from this vessel.
It actually worked. That's Black Sam himself.
Aye, and now the duel has begun. I'll bring the prime stew, take down the guard he possesses, and I will serve him his portion.
Working on it.
How long has it been?
You never cease to amaze, Marley. J'écoute!
My blade is ready.
How dull these zealots are, standing in one place.
Watch me go! This'll draw them in.
I'm so tired.
And yet, we must carry on.
Let's try a new recipe. Add some spice.
Oh, I
Only
can
you
throw
could wield your
lots
sword
of
with
things.
2 hands, Toya.
Hiding spot coming up. Swift shrub coming through.
Tell me later, perhaps.
Let me see your soul. Incoming! Up, up we go! Interesting choice, Marley. Yeah, let me at it.
I don't look up to anybody. Let's not ask for permission. I like
The zealots have
Oh my.
You are taking your time, Toya.
There must be a
And I will
mistake.
take mine.
What happened? Was it negligence? Or simply bad luck? Was it...
Let's capture this
Oh,
moment in time.
I'll have to note that down. All right, easy
No,
fix.
I won't leave my post.
What right is appropriate here? Treatment's ready. I know right where to cut. Kill the body, free the soul. I'm not doing that, matey. It's all in the roots. Oh, I like that. This is not happening again. Nice capture, Marley. One less to worry about. Souls from the ground.
I'm here. Simple.
Having trouble reaching me, Toya. Perhaps you've lost your edge.
I heard that.
Admit it, dead man. You're only impatient because you long for my cooking.
Yeah, I have missed these bouts of ours. Almost as much as the food.
They grow
Oh, what
from the
fun we had in the old times, when the Marianne carried us into the deep unknown. Every island more strange than the last, bearing fruit and spice and meats unknown. You did not shirk the challenge, and every new recipe you dared kept our souls intact.
Thanks.
I could have poisoned you 1,000 ways. Perhaps I should have.
Yeah, that would have been too easy now, wouldn't it? I am driven out. Now then, serve your dish, Toya.
Come.
Toya, your skill has grown.
Aye, with this dish, I have achieved perfection.
Perfection? No, Toya. This dish might be fit to raise the dead, but it is not perfect. It needs seasoning! Back to the galley, Toya!
He is right. How could I not see it? Marley, my kitchen!
At the ready, ship cook.
The battle is not lost. I know how to perfect the dish. To work!
Let me remind you.
Good timing, Marley. Another pinch of marrow salt.
At your command.
Simmer over open flame. Yes! The dish is ready, Bellamy.
Aye, Toya. I can smell it even through this accursed iron mask. Have at me then. Peel me away from my vessel once more, and I shall test the mettle of your cooking.
He has possessed another guard. A repeat challenge, then.
So this is the power of a dread captain. Even in death, he retains his strength.
Aye. And here I thought he was gone forever. No matter. All the years of honing my craft will pay off today.
Now where do I get those?
Death is not defeat. Anyone hungry?
Swiftly.
We are getting closer. Redemption is at hand.
Ah, Toya. How often have I heard you say that word? Your choices still haunt you, I see.
Why else would I chase after ghosts? It has been my purpose for almost a century.
Why waste your cooking on what is long dead and buried?
For you, perhaps. I still see it every day. The look on Kuro's face.
I stand
Trying
against
to even the
tempest.
score, are we, sir?
Remedies for the...
You wanna hide, yeah?
Very traditional.
Footprints here.
Need something, matey. It'll only hurt a bit. Next patient.
My galley is the battlefield. On my way.
Try again.
That's some spice.
There shouldn't be footprints here.
Oh, I see. Ha, I have just the thing. One less to worry about. Yeah, let me at him. You never cease to amaze, Marley. 3 little cuts. A bush for hiding. Ah, souls from the ground. I gotcha! Yeah. This plan's growing on me.
Can you sense it?
Treatment's ready. As many as you like. Let's cover this up. Up, up we go! Watch me go!
Time is uncertain here.
A memory imprint.
Do I see tracks, eh?
I shall not move.
Strange soul pattern. Coming right up. Swift shrub coming through.
My soul tires of this task.
All right, easy fix. Let's send you away. Why don't I walk this
I had a vision.
What? Let me see your soul.
Cannot make sense of it.
Next patient. Oh, no problem.
A feast for my blade. Yokai!
I sense uncertainty approaching.
A worthy memory.
Not today.
Quickly, I can see you, Bellamy. My cooking awaits you.
Do you know why I offered you the Black Pearl, Toya? I saw it in your eyes. The hunger for a pirate's life. Your partner saw it.
Food for the vine.
For that alone, I should have died with him.
But you didn't. You fought for your life, tooth and nail, as any pirate should. Let the old stories
Time is
rest, Toya.
uncertain.
I offered you this silly bargain to pull you out of your stupor. You have the making of a legend. Forget the past and start living for yourself.
Not before I defeat you. Prepare your palate.
I cannot make sense of it.
Working on it. Fresh out of the lab.
Flame guides me this way. Who wanders off that ordained path?
Too many weeds here. Kill the body, free the soul. They grow from the souls from the ground.
Report. Your task demands it.
I did not see myself
A
alone
dinghy
here.
compared to the Marianne.
The prognosticators
Will I
will
find
hear
you?
of this.
I cannot see. Prognosticar waits for no one.
Space and time reshaped. All right,
I
easy
see penance
fix.
in your future. It is unwise to keep me waiting.
Ha, I have just the thing.
Prognosticar waits for no one.
I'll trim their numbers. One less to worry
on.
about.
If it
Oh,
must
this
be,
is
it must
fascinating.
be.
To stand so deep in fog, it feels almost like home. Yeah.
My soul tires of this task.
It'll grow real fast. Swift shrub coming through.
I'm always prepared. I can be anywhere. I'm going in. Nakama. Prepare for death. Hesitation is defeat.
I cannot make
I
sense
hope
of
this
it.
challenge doesn't prove too much for you.
Another round? Move like water.
Is that? Well, no. There shouldn't be footprints here.
Blood and silence. A heavy customer.
Aberrant footprints. I must remain as it is written. I stand alone. That is not part of the design. I see penance in your
Caught
future.
in their abominable design.
I see my hands part the leaves.
Dying is our ally.
I seek you out. Come forth.
6 grams of death root, 2 drops of moonshine.
Prognosticar waits
To
for no
breathe
one.
in deep through living lungs. I had
Those
forgotten
tracks
the feeling.
should not exist. The design requires me here.
Oh, I'll have to note that down. Working on it.
What is that?
A bush for height. Let's cover this up. You never cease to amaze
What will
me.
I do with you, Toya? How do
J'écoute.
this madness?
Any cannons loose? I do resist the noise.
It's a lady at the ready.
My aunt.
Careful, Guyane. You'll break them in half.
I remember.
Other memory unleashed.
Ready to
Treatment's ready.
Let's not ask for permission.
not defeat.
Oh, I see.
Yes, driven out once more. My tongue awaits your cooking, Toya.
This plan's growing
I
on
stand
me.
against the ghost.
6 grams of death root, 2 drops of moonshine.
Let me remind you.
Coming right up.
Let's try a new recipe.
Unleash.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, let me at him. Oh, no problem. No, you do it. Up we go. I do like this so far. I gotcha.
I'm here. In a moment.
You're better, Toya. But this is still not perfection.
What else could there be, demon? I have exhausted every technique under the sun.
Only you know, Toya. This be your masterpiece. Once more to the galley. I will await your result.
Molly, I need my kitchen once more.
I'm on it, ship cook. Oh no. Bellamy has interfered. Your kitchen is scattered across the beach.
Cousin, this is unacceptable. I cannot walk like this. The stew will be ruined.
Come now, Toya. For anyone else, cooking this dish might be impossible now. But you are Toya of Iga. You'll figure it out.
Ha! Yes. Oh, yes. I see it now. Very well, Bellamy. Let me show you my mastery.
Best not forget, yes?
Move like water.
Interesting choice.
Another drop of glowing oil.
Why not use my power?
Too slow. No, the order is wrong. Again. I follow the plan. The trap is set. Add some spice. A dash of ether swirling through the stew. Ah! Finally. Perfection. Do you hear me, Bellamy?
I do, and my mouth already waters with anticipation. What say ye we enjoy this meal together? Here, I will ensure us a little privacy. Meet me at the lighthouse, Toya. Ye may have your redemption then.
I have perfected the stew. To the lighthouse, then.
His power far exceeds yours.
I know. Yet my course is clear.
This is not some extravagant attempt at suicide, is it now?
Once, perhaps. Now I don't know. I have come here for a dish And a duel. Let us see if one is as revelatory as the other. Our objective is clear.
Let me remind...
What will you call the dish, now that it's finished?
I was thinking about Toya's perfection.
Subtle. So what will you call the next dish you perfect then?
A valid criticism. Reload it. A recipe for further strategy.
Come, let us enjoy the dish with a view. You've outdone yourself, Toya. In all my years, never have I tasted something so divine.
Aye.
Why so glum? Can't stomach your own cooking?
The dish is perfect. The culmination of decades of pursuit.
Then what's keeping you? Dig in!
What you said, it has made me think. All this was never anything else but an excuse. You were right. I want this life. I hunger for this life. All those years I spent here with Kuro, preparing for our doomed mission, the life we lived, the adventures we had. They gave me the taste of freedom. Kuro never saw that. For him, it was ever only the mission.
He made his choice, and you made yours.
I threw away my partner, my purpose. And for what?
Ah, Toya. Have the years we spent adventuring counted for nothing? Look at us now. A skeleton and a ghost. Sharing a meal over the dying bones of titans. What more strange adventures does this world have in store? It is for us to find out,
Aye.
Now, would you still like to take your beating from me?
I'll pass this time. Why interrupt this fine meal we're having, eh?
Wisdom at last.
Well, well, look at those two.
Do you think there will be any stew left when they're done?
There better be. After all this talk of food, I'm starving.
The dish is finished. Time to leave and taste our success. Quickly.
I miss the waves under my feet. Aye.
Balanced to perfection. It will be done. Ryokai! Back to the Mari. The galley awaits. We return to the Mali. Farewell, Bellamy. The mirror awaits.
What do we have here?
Salt Creek.
Move like water.
If you must.
Need something, matey?
Preparation is key.
The crew's been enjoying the rest of your prime stew.
Satisfactory, I hope.
I think they've made the Marley jealous that she can't eat.
Don't be ridiculous. Now, will you approach the mirror, ship cook?
Aye, Mordechai. I am not sure if your mirror knew what would happen. That Bellamy would come. Perhaps I had known this all along and it merely pushed me forward. I realize now that I've been wrong all this time. I am not beholden to the past, to redemption or friends lost along the way. I abandoned my duty and my friend to live in freedom. I love what I am, what I do, and I will no longer hide that. I am a pirate after all. It appears we are finished. Now, I shall return to my galley. I have 1,000 new recipes in mind that I would like to try. Feel free to stop by if you like.
Navigator, come by when you have time. I have something to discuss.
I'm feeling blue.
Oh, I'll have to note that down. Treatment's ready. Coming right up. You called, Marley? How can I help?
Ship doctor, while you were gone, some of our skeleton crew had fallen ill.
Ah, fragile little buggers, aren't they?
They do not have black pearls like you. The souls in there are doing their best.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'll make my rounds. Shouldn't take long.
Take your time. Perhaps one of them has caught a strange new sickness for you to discover.
I wish. Most of it's probably just soul scurvy. See you around, Marley. Working on it.
Surgeon!
Hi. So what ails you today, matey?
Spine!
Your spine's all wibbly-wobbly. Let me see your arm.
No!
Well, I could take that arm clean off. Yep, you have soul scurvy, my friend. You're barely keeping them bones together. Here, have some fruit. One bite every hour, and you'll be up in soul energy in no time.
Thanks.
Oh, I like that.
Plant doctor.
At your service. Now what's the problem?
Think hard.
Let me hold on to your skull for a second.
Oh.
Ah, your souls are numbed. You've got the creeping hollow, matey. I'll tell the Marley to switch up your routine. Add some change into your day.
Oh.
Yeah, let me at him.
I fell asleep as a skeleton recently.
Oh yeah? Skeletons will do that.
I do like this so far. Hello there, matey. What's the problem here?
Dark door.
Something troubling you? Teeth chattering? Bones dusty? Translucent boils?
Oh, good.
Funny that. Well, see you around then.
Aye. Shiver me timbers.
What?
Shiver me timbers.
Huh. That's a fancy phrase for a skelly to say.
Shiver me timbers.
Let me feel your skull for a second.
No. Shiver me timbers.
You know, you need to go to the sick bay.
Don't. Shiver me timbers.
Well, if you won't go by yourself, I'll have to do it for you. Incoming! This'll draw them in. Watch me go! Well,
Did you find anything, ship doctor?
nothing. From what I can tell, that little cluster of souls in there is perfectly healthy. All fine, you can go now.
Aye. Shiver me timbers.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
Can't do nothing if I can't find nothing. You might want to keep an eye on it, though. Now, if you don't mind, I have a few new ideas for plants I'd like to try out.
What's in it for me?